Man, this just went down. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese going at it. More so, Angel Reese going at Caitlin.
Angel Reese thought she could rattle Caitlin Clark with that post-third quarter confrontation. Instead, she lit a fire under a triple-double machine, who then went on to torch her entire team on national television.
My goodness gracious. Destroyed this guy in front of a sold-out 17,000+. Fouled Angel Reese. Angel Reese loses her mind, tries to fight Caitlin Clark. It's glorious. The season is back. It is on. A triple-double in the first game back.
When the dust settled at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, the scoreboard told the story, 93-58, Fever. Angel Reese was staring down the barrel of a 35-point blowout, while Caitlin Clark had just made WNBA history, again, in the season opener. Talk about a plan backfiring in spectacular fashion. Instant regret. You decide. Does Reese deserve it? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's go.
And look out, he pushes Angel Reese. Angel Reese gets right up into Caitlin Clark.
The moment that shifted everything began with what seemed like a routine play in the third quarter. The Fever were already cruising with a double-digit lead, momentum fully on their side. Then came Angel Reese, grabbing an offensive rebound near the rim, but only after shoving Natasha Howard out of the way with a blatant push to gain position.
You guys didn't see, right before that play, Angel Reese had some contact with Natasha Howard. Caitlin Clark saw that contact. She turns to the refs and she's like gesturing to them. And this is all happening very, very quick, you guys. She turns to the refs, she's gesturing to them because she believed that Angel Reese fouled Natasha Howard. Now from that, Angel Reese gets the ball. Caitlin Clark realizes she is about to go up for what seems like a wide open layup. Caitlin Clark runs over and fouls her hard, and Angel Reese falls to the...
Caitlin Clark, sensing an easy bucket about to unfold, made a split-second decision to stop Angel Reese from tacking on two more for Chicago. She reached in, making contact with Reese's shoulders and upper body, sending her to the floor. At first, the whistle blew for a common foul, something you see dozens of times in any WNBA game. But then came the review. The officials huddled, the arena held its breath, and suddenly the energy inside Gainbridge Fieldhouse shifted. After a lengthy look, the call was upgraded to a flagrant one. The crowd erupted, not in cheers, but in outrage. Boos rained down, echoing the sentiment that their star was being unfairly singled out. As for Clark? Pure composure. When asked about it later, she brushed it off with class. Just a smart take foul. Nothing more, nothing malicious.
Basketball 101, if somebody has a wide open layup and you have a foul to give, it is in your best interest to foul that shooter so that they don't get an easy 2 points. And what Caitlin said during an interview with Holly Rowe, she essentially said it was either Angel gets a wide open layup or we send her to the free throw line. It was a basketball play. There was nothing malicious behind it. I just knew I had to foul her hard. And that is exactly what it looked like to me. She went for the ball. She went across her body. Now Angel got tied up in it and she did fall.
Reese's reaction told a completely different story. The moment the foul was upgraded, she stormed toward Clark, frustration etched across her face. Her body language was all confrontation, shoulders squared, jaw clenched, eyes locked in. This wasn't just about the whistle. For Reese, it was a message. She wasn't backing down, and she definitely wasn't going to be intimidated by Indiana's rising star.
Angel Reese gets up, Aaliyah Boston shoves her, gives her a little stiffy. Hey, don't come at Caitlin. But look at her, Angel Reese upset. Oh my gosh. Hey man, this was hilarious. Look, Angel Reese was pissed. Look at her, she was still going out there a little bit. Look, took the jersey out. What's going on?
Crew Chief Roy Galbayan later defended the flagrant call in the post-game pool report, stating it was not a legitimate basketball play and involved unnecessary contact. But what happened next said far more than any official ruling could. Aaliyah Boston didn't hesitate. She stepped in immediately, planting herself between Clark and Reese, physically becoming a shield for her teammate. The move earned Boston a technical foul, but it sent a clear message. This Fever squad isn't just a backdrop to Caitlin Clark's spotlight. They are a unified force, tough, loyal, and ready to stand shoulder to shoulder when the pressure rises.
I thought Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark were cool, but I don't know, man. The way Angel got up, she was like, Look at her. Ooh. I mean, she was getting after it, fam. Oh my goodness. Now, the funny thing was Caitlin Clark sniffing, walking away. Hold on, let me see if I can get a good angle. Oh yeah, look. Watch Caitlin Clark's face right here. Watch this.
Meanwhile, the Chicago Sky bench exploded with energy during the confrontation, clearly hoping the moment would rattle Caitlin Clark and swing momentum in their favor. Players leapt to their feet, coaches clapped with urgency. It felt like a spark, the kind that could ignite a comeback. But what unfolded in those charged seconds revealed everything about the two players involved. Clark stayed composed, ice in her veins, refusing to engage in any theatrics. Reese, on the other hand, seemed intent on making a physical and psychological statement, asserting dominance in a personal showdown. One was locked in on the scoreboard. The other was locked in on the Rivalry.in hindsight. This was a catastrophic misread by Reese and the Sky. Instead of throwing Clark off her game, they ignited her. That confrontation didn't shake her, it unleashed her. And over the next 15 minutes, she made them pay.
She came away with 20 points, 4 blocks, that's a career high for her, 2 steals, 10 assists, and 10 rebounds. Like, who are you, Caitlin Clark?
If Angel Reese thought she could intimidate Caitlin Clark, what followed must have felt like a nightmare playing out in real time. The confrontation didn't shake Clark, it awakened something far more dangerous. Instead of folding under the pressure, Clark leveled up. She came back sharper, more locked in, and completely unbothered. On the very next possession after the flagrant, she casually brought the ball up the court, called for a screen, and drilled a three-pointer that detonated the crowd inside Gainbridge Fieldhouse. The message was loud and clear. I'm not backing down.
Hey, look. One thing about this Indiana Fever team, you better come correct, man. Because if you try to do anything to anybody, look over your shoulder, man. Look over your shoulder. Because somebody is coming with some get back. They are taking up for each other. Even Stephanie White got.
With the crowd now fully behind her, roaring with every move, Caitlin Clark took command of the Fever offense like a maestro conducting a symphony. She sliced through the defense with surgical precision, threading no-look passes to cutters, driving the lane to collapse defenders, then dishing out to open shooters without missing a beat. When defenders sagged off, she made them pay with cold-blooded step-back threes that sent Gainbridge Fieldhouse into chaos. But this wasn't just a scoring clinic. Clark was everywhere, skying for rebounds over bigger players, swatting shots at the rim, jumping passing lanes for steals, and setting her teammates up for easy buckets. Her stat line wasn't just impressive, it was complete. Clark wasn't just playing the game, she was controlling it.
Caitlin Clark is back with revenge and not taking any mess. You understand me? Trip dub Caitlin Clark for the first game. Oh my gosh. A blowout win. Ridiculous.
The Gainbridge Fieldhouse crowd grew louder with every Caitlin Clark highlight. Every made basket, every defensive stop, every relentless hustle play sent the fans into a deafening roar. The energy in the arena surged, creating a home court advantage so intense it felt like it was suffocating the Chicago Sky with every passing minute.
Man, Angel Reese, pissed. I mean, there's some type of vendetta. You're not this mad off of a hard foul, fam. You're not this mad, all right? There's something more going on, that's not meeting the eye right now. That's how I feel. There's no way you're this mad off of a hard foul. Maybe you get up and be like, hey, all right, now that was a little much. That was a little bit too much.
Meanwhile, Reese's body language revealed a growing frustration. Her shoulders slumped after missed shots, and her eyes flicked toward the bench, searching for answers that never came. The confident swagger she had shown earlier was gone, replaced by the sinking realization that her confrontation had unleashed a force in Clark and the Fever that no one could stop.
On a fight, look at her. Angel Reese pulling the jersey up and everything. She's like, forget basketball. She cussing at her. Oh my gosh. This was nuts. This was a crazy moment in the game.
By the fourth quarter, it was clear Caitlin Clark wasn't just winning the individual battle. She was making WNBA history. When she grabbed her 10th rebound, the arena scoreboard proudly displayed the milestone. A triple-double in the season opener. Clark's final stat line: 20 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, plus 4 blocks and 2 steals, marked the first ever the 20th of October 10 performance in WNBA season opener history. A sophomore in her first official game after a 7-month off-season, she answered the confrontation not with words, but by etching her name into the record books.
What a game, folks. This was crazy. Caitlin Clark recorded the first triple-double in a season opener in WNBA history, but are you surprised? Because I'm not.
As Clark's historic performance unfolded, the cameras repeatedly caught Reese's increasingly defeated expression, the very picture of instant regret. The player who had tried to assert dominance through intimidation was now powerless, watching Clark dominate every aspect of the game. While the Clark-Reese rivalry grabbed all the headlines, something even more impressive was unfolding on the court. The entire Fever roster was systematically dismantling the Chicago Sky. That confrontation didn't just ignite Clark. It transformed Indiana into a 5-headed monster that the Sky simply had no answer for.
Oh, it is a final against the Chicago Sky, and it was the worst nightmare that the Chicago Sky and Angel Reese could have possibly imagined. Angel Reese, boy, she's ate up with class, is she not?
Fueled perhaps by the sting of her technical foul while defending Clark, Aaliyah Boston played like a woman possessed. She put up a monstrous performance with 19 points, 13 rebounds, and 5 blocks. Boston controlled the paint on both ends, rejecting Chicago's attempts at the rim and scoring effortlessly against a powerless Sky defense. Her physical dominance was absolute. Reese and the other Chicago bigs couldn't establish any foothold inside, with Boston patrolling the paint like a relentless force.
Boston, 13 rebounds, 19 points. Natasha Howard, 15 points. Aaliyah Boston had 5, including 3 in a row. One of them was on Angel Reese. Angel Reese, offensive rebound. Angel Reese misses 2-point shot. Angel Reese, offensive rebound. Angel Reese misses layup. I mean, we're right back to where we were last season. I told you guys not a lot was going to change.